Hi everyone, it's Nico, and today I'm going to be making this little video about all the cool things that I bought when I was in my trip in Alaska. So, as you guys all remember, I went on a trip to Alaska and I stopped uploading for a while, or I uploaded those 3 little videos, and then I uploaded my I'm Back from Alaska video. But I never uploaded a video about any of the cool things that I got in Alaska while I was over there. So, let's get on with that. So, we're going to go in order of, when I bought them and where I bought them, whatever. So, the first thing I bought, now this is a bit weird for an Alaska souvenir, but I'll explain it in a second. So this is a U.S. Army officer's cap. If you're wondering why I would ever buy one of these in Alaska, so let me just position the camera. Sorry if my eyes look a bit weird, like they're looking over here. I'm recording my iPad, and this is where the record button is, and then over here is where the actual camera is. But I usually look over here for some reason. I don't know why. It's just always been a habit of mine. But anyway, back to the cool hat. So this is a very cool hat, and the reason I got this is, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I do like to collect military items. Like, for example, over here, I'll show these in a later video again, but just for now, just to prove it, these are 2 military medals from the Middle East. Yeah, they're pretty cool. This is from Iraq, and this is just a War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal. This is some cool U.S. military items I like to collect. Do not worry, I do not practice stolen valor. I just like keeping them as display, because I think they look cool. And the hat, right? I've been looking for a hat like this for a while, just any type of hat, just like this. However, they're extremely expensive and hard to find. However, at this one Alaskan store in Anchorage, 907 Surplus, I was actually able to find a really good one in good condition, which was a genuine Army one, for a pretty good price. And this is a real surplus store, because apparently I had a surplus store near my house, but they only sell like a lot of stuff from China, and it's pretty expensive. But this stuff is like real Army issued stuff, and the Army issued stuff is actually pretty cheap. So this was a good price. And just the cool features on the hat. So it has the American coat of arms here, which has the motto. And this is my favorite part of the hat, to be honest. It's nice material. It's the company based in Chicago. It's like a military one. These are the buttons, which I just adjust it so it looks better. There we go. This is some of the buttons on the side, the little cool brass ones. And then this part is I never actually knew this, but this is a chin strap. I always wanted to know what these are here for, like what this little dangling part is. So you see, sometimes officers would face problems where their hats would kind of just like fly off. So to counter this in like World War II, they made the chin strap. I think they made it in World War II, maybe 1. I don't know. I hope I'm not messing up my history. But basically, it would work by grabbing these 2 things here and pulling it, and it would go forward. And then look at that. Now it's kind of looks like a bucket. You can put some. You can bring it to make a hat sandcastle. Bring this to the beach. I'm joking. Anyway, here's what it looks like with the chin strap on. Kind of looks like this, and that's also what these buttons are here for, so this part doesn't fly off. And then you bring it back, and you adjust it by pulling on this little thing here. And there you go. That's this hat. It was pretty cool. I'll probably show this in a later video where I show off all my military collectibles once I build a big enough collection for a whole video. But yeah, that was this hat, acquired at 907 Surplus in Anchorage, Alaska. Very cool store. Now, the second item I got, where is it? Oh, yes, it's actually my favorite item. It's a Alaskan ulu knife, but it's not just any ulu knife. It's a very unique one that was made in only one store in Fairbanks, Alaska. So this is the ulu knife that I got, made out of a moose antler at a place called Edge of the Arctic Trading Post by a blacksmith named Mark Knapp, who made it for me. Very cool guy. It was pretty expensive. It was around $90. And to explain what an ulu knife is, it's a special type of knife made by Alaskan natives. They made them around like the kind of like Ice Age era, and they used them ever since. They still use them now. The real native ones look a lot different from this. This one has a special design that the guy Mark Knapp made. He's forged in the other show, Forged in Fire. It's a history show. It's a show on the History Channel, and he won the show. And he made these. He made basically you're supposed to have this part kind of covered as well with like oh my god. Basically, you see, there's almost like a thing holding the blade in. You're supposed to have another one here, but this guy made it so you can hold like this for more mobility. And basically, you're supposed to kind of chop like this, or however. It's mainly used for chopping fish and vegetables, kind of like the only food the natives really had access to. And it helped them, and also used for chopping ice for igloos as well. So this was a very versatile knife, and I even use it on some of the foods that I make. I kind of fish stuff like salmon and chopping vegetables, and it's very, very, very useful. The moose antler sure is a little bit excessive, but it's pretty cool though. And the knife is very shiny, and also it comes with a base as well, also made out of moose antler. This is kind of what it looks like on the base. Let me just put it on real quick. Here it is. I like kind of the sound that makes me pull it out. It's almost like a pulling out a sword. It's like, hear that? Hear it's a very cool. It's like a little ring. It's very cool to me. And you know, I do like chopping stuff with this. It's fun. It's nice, and I got it from a guy named Mark Knapp at Edge of the Arctic Trading Post in Fairbanks, Alaska. And the next thing we got, this is the smallest item, but it's still a cool little neat item. This was in Chenya Hot Springs Resort, which is about an hour away from Fairbanks, which is the second largest city. It's about 6 hours away from. Actually, I don't think it's the second largest. I think it's like the third. But it's a pretty big city, around about 6 hours away from Anchorage, which is the biggest city. Here it is. It's a small keychain that says Chenya Hot Springs, and yes, the hot springs are very cool there. It shows like a wolf howling at the moon. This place is pretty well known for being a kind of a nice like little hot spot for people to go see the Aurora Borealis, which we did not go see since it was sadly not out at the time. It's out now, but it wasn't out when we were there, which is like, you know, mid-August. It's very cool. I think it's made of Alaskan birch, and it was engraved there as well, laser engraved, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's this little Chenya Hot Springs keychain. We stayed there for a couple nights, and it was very fun. Then we moved out because there was absolutely, the Wi-Fi was terrible and did not reach up to us, and the data was bad. That's not really the only reason. There was also that because we also kind of experienced everything there. The only reason the Wi-Fi was annoying is I didn't have Wi-Fi calling on my phone, so I couldn't call anyone. I couldn't call my parents for 3 days. Well, my parents and my mom, I couldn't say hi to her, or my grandma either. And also, we did kind of do everything that there was to do there, so we moved out of that place and went somewhere else after like 2 days. And the most fun thing there was either the hot springs or the ATVs that I rode on. Those were very cool. I never rode on an ATV before, and it was very fast, very crazy, and I thought I was going to die. But not anymore. Now ATVs are super fun, so that's how riding an ATV is. The second to last, and this is also one of my favorites, is, you've actually already seen this before, but I got in Alaska. It's this really cool fur Ushanka, which I got at a place called the Alaska Fur Gallery in Anchorage, Alaska. When we came back to Anchorage for our last day, I decided to buy this. And I actually got it at a really good price. You see, this is made out of rabbit fur and real leather. Very cool. And it's extremely fluffy and comfy. I put it on right here. And, you know, super fluffy and comfy and whatnot. And you see, these little flaps are actually why I got it at a super cheap price. You see, it used to be, the original price of a hat like this is $120. It's way too much for a hat. However, the people at the store made a deal with me and sold to me for half off, because, you see, on these hats, right, there's a little, kind of like a little piece of elastic here. And you could put it on one of these clips, these hinges, right? You could either keep it like it's kind of flapping down, or you could keep it up like this. I hope it's actually kind of bright enough. Let me turn on this lamp just to, yeah, there we go. Sorry, it's getting a little bit dark outside, but you can put it like this or like this. You know, very cool. So that's this hat, right? You could do that, right? However, this elastic broke, so I can't really do it because it's supposed to be almost in like a circle shape, but basically any basic seamstress could fix that, or even I, who knows nothing about being a seamstress, could also fix that too. And also right here, people like to put face masks on, which will be pretty useful for the winter, which, no, I'm not going to be wearing, well, it's not just because of the face mask, like for coronavirus, it's also because when it gets really cold, you can just put a cloth face mask on, and that's what people in Alaska do anyway, so they wear a mask even without coronavirus, because, you know, or a scarf, because it gets super cold, so you want your face and nose to be warm. So that's why these are on the hats. Pretty useful. This part is just if you want to keep it up here. And you can also wear it in different ways too, with this little strap down here, which attaches this kind of like almost belt buckle kind of metal thing. You can wear it in a couple ways, like this, which is the way I usually wear it. Or you can wear it kind of like a Russian style. This is how most Russians usually wear the hat, since they're in Russia and their ears simply do not get cold, so they don't need the flaps. They wear them like this. I think it's called crown style. It's pretty cool. I might start wearing the hat like this. I don't know. And then there was another way. This is my least favorite way, where it's like ski style, where you pull the hat kind of back. I don't like it personally, but I can see why people will wear it. It's like, you know, if you want to keep your ears warm, but you don't actually want to have this thing flapping in like the wind or whatever. So I just wear it ski style, useful for skiing. And I got this on the last day that I was in Anchorage. Very cool hat for $60. Very worth it, and also very fuzzy. And if I ever make some videos in the winter, just know I will be 100% guaranteed wearing this. And the final item that I got in Alaska. I got this actually at the airport right before I was about to leave, because me and my brother were in the airport, and my brother was like, "Yo, Nico, this is a cool hat," and I'm like, "Yeah, let's go buy it," and we bought it. This is the hat. It's a simple little just Alaska hat. I really like this part in it, the kind of adjustable the adjustable strap on the back is this little Alaska tag. And it says here, I don't know why it says the Great Land. Well, Alaska is a great land, but it should probably say something like the last frontier, which is what everyone knows it as. And then it has the year which it was established as a U.S. state. Very cool. Very nice hat. And, it's got this little thing here, which I've never seen a hat. It has kind of a weird shape for kind of like a baseball cap. But, it's cool. I like it. And, it was a nice hat. Shiny. And I like everything I got here. My favorite was probably undoubtedly this knife, which was a very, very, very cool thing. It's going to be a cool addition to my collection of cool things that I own. And that was my trip to Alaska. Well, that's not my trip to Alaska. That was just the things I bought in Alaska. And, I'm pretty happy with all my purchases. Later on, maybe I'll show an in the kitchen with Nico video of me cooking with this knife. Or maybe I'll show a military collection video soon with this hat being one of the many items of the collection, or few, because it's not that big of a collection. But that was the video, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe for more of these. I hope you guys enjoyed these little videos I make. I enjoyed making them, and they're pretty fun, and I'm sure you guys like them too. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. That was an overview of my stuff from Alaska, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.